Welcome back to the Operation Freedom YouTube channel. What we do here is shine the light of truth on the deep state. They hate that. We do it figuratively with our presentations. We do it literally with our sponsor's product, PatriotLegacy.com. PatriotLegacy.com, featured product of theirs, the Patriot Beacon. 6 overall lighting functions. In addition, solar powered, don't need batteries. You can charge your other devices like your phone from it. In addition, you got a compass, you got a window breaking hammer, and you got a seatbelt cutter. Plus, if those deep state dweebs get just a little bit too close to you, blast them with this. They're gone. Go to patrioticlegacy.com, patrioticlegacy.com. Get yourself, your kids, your grandkids, your car. Can carry it with you anytime. patrioticlegacy.com, the Patriot Beacon. If you choose to open it. Door number 3 is there are much bigger charges against McCabe. But he didn't cop a plea. And that those bigger charges are going to be used to hammer him in the very near future. 1, it's all a fraud. 2, he copped the plea. 3, there is no plea, but he's going to get hammered on the bigger charges. Now, folks are saying, well, what are the bigger charges? Well, here are some of the bigger charges against McCabe. Through Sidney Powell's hard work and her dedicated work to freedom in her defense of General Flynn, she has revealed that Andrew McCabe was the heart of setting up General Flynn. It was Andrew McCabe who called General Flynn the morning of January 24th, 2017, said 2 agents are coming over just to chew the fat, just a friendly conversation, and you don't need an attorney there. Now that's a violation of code. He was not told there was an investigation. He was told not to have counsel present. He was not told that this was an interrogation. But it goes much deeper with General Flynn. Sidney Powell has presented information that she has a witness, and this has been documented now by Devin Nunes, that when Strzok and Patenka interviewed General Flynn on January 24, 2017, sent over by McCabe, and remember, Comey has outlined that it was an ambush interview, that when they interviewed him, they felt he didn't lie to them. They then filled out a 302 form that has since become missing. They had 5 days to file it in their Sentinel system. Sidney Powell has a witness who's come forward who said they saw that 302 form. And it stated that he did not lie. But the original 302 is missing. No such thing as missing. But there are 4 other 302 forms filed on February 10th, February 11th, 2017, February 14th, 2017, February 15th, 2017. And they've all been edited and made it look like he lied. And as Sidney Powell has pointed out, the people who edited those 302s were people who were not Patenka or Strzok. They were Lisa Page and Andrew McCabe. Oh. Altering documents. That's a much bigger charge than lying to the FBI in an internal investigation. Should he have gotten off on that line? Heck no. But there's a silver lining in him getting let off for General Flynn and Roger Stone. Look, if McCabe lied under oath that the IG documented 3 times, and there was another 4th time he lied to another FBI official, under oath, 3 times of the 4, General Flynn reportedly lied once, not under oath. And the form that says that he didn't lie is missing, and the only ones that show he did lie were altered by McCabe and Page. How can you prosecute General Flynn? How can you prosecute Roger Stone for lying to the FBI when McCabe lied to the FBI and got out? You see, I believe this one-paragraph letter did not address, no doubt about it, did not address what McCabe did in the Flynn case. It also didn't address what he did in the FISA abuse case. More of that in a second. But what it said is, well, we're going to let him off on this lying to the FBI. Well, they let him off for 4 counts. How can they not let Flynn off or Stone off? The precedent was set with McCabe. But there's something that he's also being held on the hook for, I believe. And that is, remember, Carter Page, there were 4 FISA warrants signed to illegally spy on him and therefore the Trump campaign because of the 2 hop steps that can occur with surveillance. The 4th FISA application was signed under penalty of perjury that the information contained in that application was accurate and verified. It was signed by Andrew McCabe and Rod Rosenstein. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 were signed by Comey and Yates, and 3 was signed by McComey and Biente. 4 signed by McCabe and Rosenstein under penalty of perjury that it was verified. That's the big hook. And that's what they got him on, along with the falsification of records with General Flynn. Boom. Andrew McCabe might be spinning that he's been exonerated and it's all clear. Dude, you're anything but cleared. You're on the hook. And from a legal standpoint, McCabe is a dead man walking. Period. While everybody was focusing on what happened with this one issue with McCabe, which ultimately I believe will help Flynn and Stone, there was something else that happened that day. Something A.G. Barr did. Attorney General William P. Barr, this is from the Deep State's own New York Times. Attorney General William P. Barr has assigned an outside prosecutor to scrutinize the criminal case against President Trump's former national security advisor, Michael T. Flynn. Mr. Barr has also installed a handful of outside prosecutors to broadly review the handling of other politically sensitive national security cases in the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington. The team includes at least one prosecutor from the Office of the United States Attorney in St. Louis, Jeff Jensen, Trump appointee, who is handling the Flynn matter. What does this mean? I believe it's huge. And I believe it's significant. The fact that General Flynn's case was sent out to the Eastern District of Missouri for an independent review is enormous. And I believe it's going to lead to his dismissal, the dismissal of the case against General Flynn. I have contact with someone who is very knowledgeable and very versed in Department of Justice procedures. And I asked this person the significance of the case being sent to this independent review and all the cases. But in particular with General Flynn, here's what I was told. Quote, for A.G. Barr to bring in an outside U.S. attorney to review how the interview of General Flynn occurred, remember, ambush, and what was done after the interview by the FBI, remember, altered 302 forms, altered evidence, means only one thing. The Department of Justice is investigating a crime by the FBI perpetrated on General Flynn. If it was a procedural issue, it would have been referred solely to the Inspector General. End quote. And bottom line, folks, I believe that review, independent review, will lead to dismissal of charges against General Flynn and could well lead to prosecutorial misconduct charges against Mueller's rat pack of prosecutors. So, while some people were running around with their hair on fire, thinking McCabe got off scot-free, thinking that General Flynn and Roger Stone were done, here's how I see it. The day all this happened, February 14, 2020, I believe will be seen in months to come as the day General Flynn obtained his freedom. It will also be seen as the day that the deep state thought they got away with what has been described as the crime of the century, the removal of a duly elected president of the United States, or at least attempted removal. But in fact, it was the day the deep state was set up for the kill. Let's see what happens. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join us for the radio show every Sunday, 2 to 5 Eastern. You can stream it live. It's free at davejanda.com. I hope you become a member of our subscription service where we have extra content, extra analysis, extra guests, information that you'll never get from the bought-off lamestream fake media. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thank you for your time today.